Well, guys, this little girl, yeah, make sure the screen is good. I am going to get her dressed. She just had a bottle. She normally likes her little shades on because she's such a sneaky little girl. See, I be getting into stuff. Like, what is you doing? Hold on. One of the things I was thinking about today was the fact that, you know, we go chasing the most prettiest baby and most beautiful this and the most beautiful that. And I just wonder how many of you guys actually check the quality of your baby, because at the end of the day, we spend a lot of money for these babies. Even if it's just, you know, $200 or $300, which is very rare that you get a baby for that price. But even that is a lot of money. And oh gosh, I hope she don't cry, because her and that little dolly is like inseparable most of the time. But yeah, you buy these babies and we all, you know, get excited about how pretty they are. But I've had so many incidents with, well, not had a lot of incidents, but I've had recently a lot of incidents with like the paint on the babies and stuff like that. And I just wonder, like, how many other people out there have spent thousands of dollars on a baby and the quality is not as good as it looks. So, because I know with, you want to put on your shades, Mommy? She loves her shades. She'll wear her shades even in the winter. But I know with, like for instance with Paris has been changed like tons and tons of times. And I say that a lot in my video for a reason, because I had someone tell me, oh, you can't change your babies, you know, that can cause them to lose pain and all this and stuff. Well, if the baby is properly matted and sealed and you're not doing all this extra stuff, for instance, you know, don't put water and stuff on your babies. Don't put baby wipes on your babies. I mean, if you do, that's up to you. But if you're trying to keep them for, you know, a long time and hoping their paint hold up and all that and stuff, don't do all that extra stuff to them, because they're not silicone babies. And that could take away, you know, from them on how long they last. My babies, I don't use any paint or anything to that effect on them. I'm very particular about them. I use a light paintbrush, which I will show you. This is what I use when I'm with my Reborns for cleaning, and I will take them and I will get, you know, for dust in their eyes. Now softly, you know, and in their creases, in their ears. And yeah, I'll do that. And, you know, if they have closed fists, I might go inside their little hands or whatnot. But that's all I do. If I, you know, I don't, first of all, my babies don't get dusty, but only in like little places like their ears or maybe around here in the corners of their eyes, maybe even up their nose, only because, you know, I interact with my babies so much that they don't get a chance to collect dust. But if they do, this is what I use. No solutions on them or anything. The other thing I'm careful about, and I try to be particular about, is their hands. Putting their hands in their hair and stuff. Delta Dawn hair doesn't bleed, but I still don't take the chances. I don't like to take the chances with that hair. So normally, if you see my babies, if their hands are tucked like behind their head, it's with something else. because I am very careful not to, I don't want the dye to rub off on their fingers, stuff like that. And when I dress them with, dark colored clothing, I put them up under something up under them. And when I do colored clothing, I try to make sure the inside lining is white. As far as when it goes to pants and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm very particular about my babies. And that's why I was really stunned when I was told before that, that could be a factor of a baby losing paint. Then that means it's not sealed properly or something went wrong in the reborning process. Because, that's what majority of the people in this community do, is change their babies. That's why we buy them, to dress them and stuff like that. But I have had, them have crack paint and, paint loss. And I had to have 2 of my babies repainted. So, yeah, I just wonder, like, you guys should be checking your babies and being careful with them. And, when we do these box openings and stuff like that, and we get overly excited and we hurry up and upload the video and all that and stuff, I don't do that so quickly anymore. I really thoroughly inspect my babies first, because soon as you upload that box opening and you say how great the baby's is and this, that, and the other, and then you realize, oh, this baby has this and this baby has that, then the artist will say, oh, you said that baby was perfect and now you're saying it's not. But we just be caught up in the moment at the time of the excitement of a new baby and haven't really fully inspected the baby. But a lot of these, I've heard from other people too that have paid like thousands of dollars for babies, and in a few months have issues with the babies. And not all the artists stand by their work. Some artists will say, okay, send it back, I will try to fix it, blah, 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 no problem. And some artists will give you such a hard time. And artists that gives you a hard time to fix their mistakes when it's a defect, I don't call them good artists, because they don't stand by their work. And if they, want to fix it, or if they go ahead and fix it, it's only to try to save their reputation. But you can't do that. You got to stand by your work. If your baby is having issues, then, you got to fix it. Because it's not like I said, oh, I don't like the way this baby's painted, or I don't like, this, or I don't like that. It's paint. If paint is coming off your babies, or you're having, the creases is losing paint, or it's cracked, or whatever, then that's a defect, and that's on the artist. And it have absolutely nothing to do with dressing a baby. And I always use Paris as an example, because when I first got her for the first 6 months, I dressed her like at least twice a day during the week. Before I went to work, she was dressed for the day, and when I got home, she was in her pajamas. Sometimes she get dressed 3 times a day, because I didn't like what she had on, because at night I wanted her in cuddly stuff. And she still looked the same as when I first got her. So, yeah, Mama, you got to get your hair did. You know what she likes? Now, what I have done with her before is I've washed her hair. And that is because when we tried out this hair, and it's an expensive hair, we tried out this hair, we realized that it actually bleed a little. And, oh my gosh, Yogi was so upset about that. But I love the hair. And so she told me what to do, and I leaned her over the sink like you do a real baby, and I washed her hair. And I let conditioner, I think it was. I forget what it was. I let sit in there for a little bit, and then I washed, rinsed it out really, really good. And that stopped it from, bleeding so much. But I was careful not to let it run on her paint and stuff. But, and I didn't like soak her head or anything. So, yeah, like I said, I'm so careful with my babies, and it's, so I just want you guys to do the same. So be careful and make sure that a lot of people are so afraid to say something or whatever, but I mean, these babies cost a lot of money, and you shouldn't be paying $700,000, $800,000, thousands of dollars, and your baby is losing paint. So, yeah, artists don't like that. I mean, but hey, I work too hard. I don't know about you guys, and I'm not gonna just throw away my money. So, yeah. So that's why I am now very, very particular about what artists I use, and I'm just very scared right now to try new artists because their work can be fabulous and beautiful, but if the quality is not there, it's still a waste of money. And at the end, you're going to be very heartbroken and out of money. So, just something to think about. And that is it for today. Toodles. Say bye-bye, Mommy. This is my book. It's so sweet.